gorgeous. Right? And I can just go all over it. Just incredibly powerful. A standard pencil, writing in essentially what is the thickness of a pencil line today. Super thin, very fluid and nice. The other thing, of course, is if you're working out in the field somewhere, or you're outside where it's raining, you want to have gloves on, you can't work with capacitive touch screens and gloves today. But as, again, we make this sort of higher fidelity, you can. So that notion of having, again, more capability in the marriage of hardware and software, truly an impressive piece of technology that will help us move forward. And again, the type of innovation that our industry thrives on, and as we go forward, we'll see come to market. One last one I wanted to show you. I'm going to ask Ryan to come out and help me again. This is purely a research demo. It comes out of our research department. They were kind enough to lend it to me for today. And you can imagine that Ryan, who's going to go sit down over there, is back in the U.S. What we've done is we've taken some camera technology and some software and put them together and created the ability for Ryan and I to interact on a single sheet of paper, essentially, remotely. So you'll see I'm going to wave my hand over and you see my hand. Ryan, you want to wave your hand over? Okay, so now we can work together on a document, we can play a game together, tic-tac-toe. Ryan, you want to kick us off here?
Sure. Well, one of the things that I wanted to show you actually right here is this little thing I got. It's a hinge design. I know you're talking a lot about hinges.
Right.
So I don't know if you have any ideas around this, but I wanted to kind of share this with you over this technology.
It's an interesting hinge. Obviously, if I was mechanically inclined, I might figure out how to draw a better hinge, but I think I'll just borrow. I've got a bigger hinge over here, so we can compare hinges here.
Draw, yeah. All right, there we go. Pretty cool. And, one of the things I can actually do, I don't know if you kind of think of this demo, but I can actually start to draw this. And what do you think?
Oh, I can finish this off. I can put a happy face on that. I'm feeling good about it.
There you go.
So, a quick sample, but that notion of sort of very remote connectivity, the type of technology we can build into systems over time, and take advantage, again, of that hardware-software integration is both impressive and I think very cool. So I want to thank Ryan for helping me out with that one. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
So we've done, a quick tour of some of, I'll say, the technology work that goes into into what we all do as we work to produce computers and phones and servers and devices that our end users will buy. As we do that, what I want to do then is sort of take a look at what's been happening in the last 2.5 years and is currently going on relative to the PC space. Now, Windows 7, we've had incredible success together, and the innovation in the last few years has continued to drive forward. It's a very innovative few years relative to what's happened in the laptop space in particular. So I was going to run a short video that actually starts when we launched Windows 7, and we were here about 2.5 years ago talking about that, and where we are today in the devices that are available in terms of Windows 7. So I'll say go ahead and roll the video. With Windows 7, we're collectively on a roll. We've made great progress in terms of the designs and the products that we're collectively building and offering. The momentum is incredible. We are now, I'm happy to announce today, reached 600 million licenses of Windows 7 since we shipped. That's close to 40% of all internet-connected devices, on the web today are Windows 7. So that innovation, that working together as an ecosystem, starting with components, working together with our ODM partners and with OEMs, is paying off. We're collectively driving the innovation forward, and we've reached a tremendous milestone with 600 million Windows 7 devices or users out there today, something that we can all feel very good about. Now the journey continues. Whereas a great set of 7 devices shown at CES, we'll see some more, we saw some more here at the show, and we're on a path towards the next release of Windows with Windows 8. We've had tremendous feedback, tremendous participation. This is a journey. I'm very happy that at Computex, the energy around this has been very positive. We'll go through and we've seen some phenomenal designs on the hardware side that our partners are working on. Last week, we reached our next major development milestone. We were able to release the release preview, which allows anyone to download and get access to Windows 8 and start using it to generate their excitement and enthusiasm. I want to run a little video that we have on the web that sort of captures the energy around Windows 8. So we'll go ahead and run that.
Oh, we have pop, 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 the go shout. Yeah, we down, down, keep on the ground. Yeah, we have pop, 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 pop. Yeah, we have pop, pop, in the clouds. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have.
The energy for a beta product or release preview has been very high. If you look at some of the press feedback and analyst feedback, a couple of quotes, Windows 8 is the most dramatic overhaul of Windows in at least the last 15 years. When we talk about Windows 8, we don't say it's the next version of Windows, we like to talk about Windows reimagined, a complete reimagination of Windows. Another quote, what's consistently striking is how lovely apps look, whether it's those built by Microsoft through simple things, such as show mail or the weather, or those built by a growing number of third parties, such as Amazon with the Telegraph. Chris brought the Telegraph on that one. All in all, this is an impressive and surprisingly rich release, largely thanks to the diverse collection of apps it includes. If you think back a year ago, we were at Computex, we showed just early work in Windows 8, we were just beginning to talk about it, showed tremendous progress in a year, and it is the combination of the ecosystem here, along with the software ecosystem and the developer ecosystem that's gotten us to this point. What I'd like to do at this point is I'm going to invite Abe Marcus, my colleague from the Windows group, to come out. Abe's going to give us a demonstration of Windows 8, in particular the recent release preview and some of the applications, and then talk a little bit about the work we've been doing with the community to help get us ready as we're on our journey towards Windows 8. So with that, I'm going to welcome Abe. Hi, Abe. How are you?
Very good.
Here's a clicker for you.
Excellent.
You're in charge.
All right, it is really great to be here. This week has just been so exciting. Getting to walk around the booths, getting to meet with all of you, our partners, and seeing all of the progress we've made in the last year is really stunning. So I want to show you just a little bit about the release preview. What's new, some of the apps, and all the great experiences that come with Windows 8 and are in the Windows Store. So I'm actually going to start off with a tablet right here. So to log in, I'm just going to use picture password. This really never actually gets old to just really quickly and seamlessly log into my system. And here you can see, here's my start screen. You can see it's starting to fill up with more and more apps. All the apps and the tiles are alive. You can start to see really fun stuff, like I've actually pinned all the people I care about. And I'm seeing their statuses in real time. So it jumps right into an app. All that content coming right to the surface. And when I pinch out, I can see all the apps I have installed. And everything I'm showing you today is all available in the Windows Store at release preview. Everything you're seeing here, you can go get. So let me start with a really simple one. Right, the Mail app. The Mail app is really central. It's how you get your mail, whether it's personal or work mail. So we've now added deep linking. So I actually can jump in, and I pinned a specific folder. If you're anything like me, you go to a conference, you get a bunch of emails that have information you need, and you save them all in a folder. So in this case, I jumped right into my Computex folder, and someone sent me the briefing book. So I'm just going to tap on it and open it up. And what you see is I'm coming right to the Windows desktop. So I'll go from that really full screen immersive mail client and go right to an environment everyone in this room knows. This is Word, just like you'd expect. Works great with a mouse and keyboard. Now, Windows is a part of a bigger ecosystem of software and services at Microsoft. And SkyDrive is a critical part of that. We've been working hard to make sure SkyDrive really completes the cloud scenario for Windows. So let me show you another kind of very common thing. So, I do a lot of work when I'm sitting at home on my big all-in-one on PowerPoint. And this time, when I ran out of the house to catch my flight to Taiwan, I totally forgot to save my file on SkyDrive or email it to myself or anything. But one of the new things in the new SkyDrive, so this is the SkyDrive website, this is what you'd expect, all my pictures of things I care about. You'll also see my PCs that are the SkyDrive client installed on the left-hand side. And so you can see my home PC. When I click on that, what's actually happening is SkyDrive is going back to my PC and letting me get all of the files there. This isn't stored in SkyDrive, this isn't synced. This is all locally on my home PC back in Seattle. So I can click on my desktop, there it is, there's my Computex folder. I need to open up that PowerPoint slide I was working on. And just that easily and quickly, I've gone all the way back to that PC sitting on my desk and getting a file. The cloud really connects me and my content across all of my Windows devices. All right, well, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Let's do something a little bit more fun, right? So I'm in Taipei, and it's time to go check the sites out. I always like to see something new when I'm here. There's a new app called the Bing Travel app. And just tap in here, and you'll notice this is this really immersive way to look about travel destinations. I can see featured destinations, I can see information, I can see these really cool 360-degree panoramas. So this is Chicago, and I can actually zoom in on Lake Michigan, I can zoom back out, and pan around, really, really fast and fluid. But I'm in Taipei, I'm not in Chicago, right? So let's see what there is to do in Taipei. So I just swipe in from the right-hand side, I tap on search, and this is my universal metaphor to get access to stuff within my apps. So in this case, I'm just going to use the keyboard, actually. Okay, so there's Taipei. And okay, so now I've got a full screen, really immersive view of what there is to do here in Taipei, content from all over the place. I've even got these really cool panoramas here too. So this is a temple. A friend actually recommended to me to zoom in and check out what the view is like and what the scenes to see are. Really quick and really seamless. Now, a couple more things I need to do before I actually go and tour. I gotta first figure out how much it's gonna cost in dollars to take a taxi. So I'm actually gonna search. So in this case, I know that the currency is the Taiwan dollar. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me show you this currency app. Zoom back out. And I've got this currency app. It's actually built locally, called XE Currency. And so in this case, I can see what $100 is in a bunch of currencies. I'm just going to use search again. Okay, so let's get the Taiwan. There it is, the new Taiwan dollar. Just add it to my list. And right there, I can see an instant translation of what $100 is in new Taiwan dollars. Same metaphor, totally different app. Let's do one more. So I need to look up taxi. There's a good app called Dr. I for local language search. Let's see, taxi, Dr. I. There we go. Like, that was so fast. I didn't go back to the start screen. I didn't switch apps. I just searched and tapped on Dr. I. A really fast and fluid experience. Okay. But before I get to go do something fun, we do have a team dinner tonight. So thank everyone for the hard work here at Computex. And I agreed to pick the drink for the evening. There's a really cool app. We have a number of cooking apps, but there's this really fun one called Cocktail Flow. And I like it because it's so alive. It's just beautiful and crisp and clean. So my colleague Todd, who's the guy I got to pick the drink for, is a whiskey guy. All right. Let's see. Green and sure, why not? Why not the 4-leaf clover, right? Look at all those animations. It's just really rich, right? It's really sort of immersive. I can see other drinks that are like it. Merry Irishman, actually. That's probably more like him. And so now I've got the drink recipe for the team dinner tonight.